Hello guys, Domingo again here talking about more outcome memories. I apologize, but I might as well get all I want to get out there before it's too late. And reading by the title, I think you can guess what I'm going to be talking about. Why I think outcome memories isn't exactly fully there when it comes to being canceled. I just think that there's a chance, a pretty good one at that. And to be honest, I don't even want the game to come back. I don't want the game to come back. I think the game should stay dead as it should. I think it's for the best of everybody involved that the game stays dead, to be honest. And I'm not saying, get your hopes up, the game's not going to be canceled or it's going to be uncanceled, it's going to make a return. No, I'm not saying that. It's just, I just have this feeling that the game's just going to come back for some reason. I don't know why. Well, I mean, I have a reason. All right. I'll get into that soon. And I don't know, I just think that the game coming back is something that is possible. The dramas and everything like that, they've all basically been resolved, at least to my knowledge, they've been resolved. Especially the whole Romeo thing, that has had a good outcome, actually, to be honest. Well, it had a good ending. And with Soie taking a break off the internet for I don't know how long. I think he probably said it, but maybe I've forgotten. I'll be guessing like a couple of months. But, it's all up to him, to be honest. I mean, he could feel, he could come back feeling amazing or something, wanting to, restart development. And, for the most part, the community has been, chillax ever since the drama. The community, I've seen it, starting to, they're starting to be a little nice. Not saying that they're good at all. They're still fucking horrible. And when I say that, I don't mean every single person who has played Outcome Memories, but the type of people I'm talking about. Things seem to simmer down a bit in that department. And I just think, the game coming back is something that's possible, because at the end of the day, it's all up to Soie. He's the one who calls the shots around here when it comes to that thing, whether the game will continue on or end where it's at. To be honest, I don't think it's going to end where it's at. I just feel like it, I just have that feeling that it's not ready to die off yet. I just feel like, it doesn't even seem like the game has been canceled. It just seems like, it's like on break. It doesn't feel like it's canceled. Just feels like it's on break. If the game was actually canceled and they would stop caring, I think they wouldn't do updates still. Sure, maybe give us the characters that were meant to release, but if the game was supposed to be if they fully meant the game to be canceled, no more updates, I don't think they would care too much to balance Fleetway as they did in the latest update here yesterday. And I think they also did balances on Shadow. I'm not too sure about that, or fixes or whatever. But if the game is supposed to be dead, why would they still do all that stuff, to be honest? So I don't know, man. I just don't think it's the end for Outcome Memories yet. I'm not saying that it's not dead. On the books, it's still dead. Because at the end of the day, to be honest, it all does rely on what Soie feels and how he feels. You could be coming back feeling miserable, as in relating to this community in the game, and decides to full on cancel it. Or, he can be coming back in a more positive mindset, a happier mindset. Maybe want to give it another shot. It's genuinely up to him when it comes to that thing. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not. At least to my knowledge, he's the owner. He's the one who calls the shots when it comes to things like that. So yeah, I just wanted to, talk about, why I feel like Outcome Memories could make a comeback. I've said that a bit here and there on my streams, talking about, I just feel like Outcome Memories could make a comeback. And, here's the video explaining why I feel so. It just feels like such an abrupt, weird ending. Such a weird ending. I feel like the game wouldn't have been canceled if, the entire incident with somebody showing up to the man's house and basically trying to break in didn't happen. If it wasn't for that incident, I feel like the game wouldn't have been canceled to begin with. I know it's always been close to that point, but that right there just really broke the camel's back. And to be honest, that's fair. I wouldn't want to work on something that would potentially get my life in danger. So I see where he's coming from in that. And bro, I'm still baffled to that. I'm still baffled about that to this day, that somebody, some like low life subhuman troglodyte, sorry, actually decided to take time out of their day to go attack someone, bro. Like, well, basically attack, bro. Throwing snowballs at his windows and, you know, trying to break into his home, you know, and then, you know, the people online who ended up doxing him, you know, it's all just disgusting, bro. I genuinely feel like one of these days I'm gonna get doxed because I say the wrong thing about like something relating to Sonic the Hedgehog, bro. You know, it's bad that I genuinely have a fear in the back of my mind that one day I'll get doxed because, you know, I said Sonic the Hedgehog's stupid and it's corny. The Twitter stands are like, this disgusting entitled YouTuber Mr.Domingo. He said Sonic the Hedgehog's corny is meant for kids. Can we get a pull up on his IP address, please? Like, bro, that's genuinely like a thought in the back of my mind. So yeah, and you know, a message to the community: chill the fuck out. Like, genuinely. And you know, I'm not talking about, you know, again, I say this a lot when I'm referring to the community. No, I'm not talking about every single person who's ever played Outcome Memory. I'm talking to those type of people. You know what kind of people. The people in like the comment sections of videos on like social media or Twitter, just saying the most like abhorrent, disgusting thing. You know, like, come on. Who is that benefiting? Genuinely, dog. And so, yeah, that's going to be a wrap for this video. I just wanted to, like, you know, talk about it. And I'm sorry if it seems like I'm, like, just mass producing these videos where I'm just sitting here talking. I just prefer that more than, like, playing the games now. I just feel like, you know, getting my opinion out there is a, you know, it's more, like, it's more interesting to do than just to, you know, edit a gameplay of me screaming and making some like nasty farting noise or something, bro. I don't know. So yeah, man, if you haven't already, click subscribe. That would help me out a lot. Be good people, please. And I mean, be good people, man. Show the dev team some support if you could, because they're wonderful people. Genuinely met so many kind souls while being a YouTuber for Outcome Memory. So go show them love, man. It's a dark time for all of them. They could need it. But anyways, peace and chicken grease, man. Y'all be good people. Do not be like me. And I'll see you guys in the next one, as always. Take care.